Greetings, Commanders, and welcome back to the Deep Space Carrier series here in Elite Dangerous. Look at this. You thought we were taking this out, didn't you? We are, but not yet. We're at the point now, I believe, where we're going to need to start doing some mining to sustain our carrier. So while we will be taking this out this week to do exploration, as ridiculous as that is, the first thing that we need to do is we need to verify that there is pristine rings in this system that we can actually go do some tritium mining in. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to head over and swap our ship out to our primary mining vessel, which is going to be our Type 8 that we have all set up for doing that kind of a thing. We'll verify that we have all of our equipment that we're supposed to have, and then we'll head out and do the full spectrum scan of this area to make sure that there is actually a planet here. Because I have the carrier route thing that I have has a couple of columns off to the side that makes it clear whether there are pristine rings that would likely have tritium in them in the system that we end up in. So ideally there's going to be all of that stuff there. I just want to double check and make sure that we actually have a detailed surface scanner, because we need that. We have all the refineries and our limpets and our cargo, so that if we do, so ideally this is going to be a mining episode. I can't guarantee that it's going to be a mining episode, because if there isn't what we need in this system, then we'll start doing our exploration, and then we'll be on the lookout for one. If there is, we'll go ahead and make this our mining episode for the week, and then I will, you know, if I need to do more mining after that, I'll do that on my own time. But let's get away from the carrier. We'll get into the Super Cruise, because we have to be in Super Cruise to do our full spectrum system scan, and then we'll start looking for all of our stuff. Before we get too far into the video, as I always do, I'd like to ask you to help us to reach our next major channel milestone of 10,000 subscribers by hitting the button. The number does not go up unless you press that button, so go ahead and do that right now. Hit the like button to spread the video out to more people, give them a chance to watch and subscribe. And then when you're done watching this video, be sure to head over to the channel itself and check out the more than 1,700 videos we have on the channel. I've been doing this for quite a while, and we have a large catalog of videos that you can watch. I play a bunch of different stuff, so you're bound to find something that you're interested in. All right, let's search around here and see what's on offer as far as planets go. So we got a bunch of asteroid stuff there. We got a nice ringed, or a nice gas giant here. Oh yeah, that's a nice ringed planet. Hopefully that's going to be, excuse me, exactly what we need. Hopefully that's going to have large reserves of tritium in them, so that we can fuel up our carrier for the week. Now I'm aware that, you know, we're on a maiden voyage to Colonia, and there's plenty of stations along the way. I am choosing to make this a little bit harder on myself by trying to get. Oh, we got a couple of ring planets here. I'm choosing to make it a little bit harder on myself on our way out there, simply because. What is this? Oh, that's me. I've never seen anything over here before, so, or at least I've never really paid attention in a system that had anything over there before, so it didn't occur to me that, oh yeah, our fleet carrier actually shows up as an option. Anyways, the point I'm trying to make is we are eventually going to get to a point where we're way out in deep space, and there won't be any stations nearby to allow us to just. Okay, I guess asteroids don't count. There won't be stations nearby to allow us to just go and purchase the things, the tritium that we need. So yeah, so we have some icy rings here. We have some icy rings. We have another set of icy rings there, and another metal rich here. So, and some icy rings. So we'll go ahead and just start checking these out. We'll go ahead and start checking these out and see if any of them have tritium hotspots. And ideally they will, and we'll be able to go ahead and just make this a mining episode. We'll go ahead and scan. I forgot to get limpets, so we're close enough to this that I'm just going to go ahead and get the scanning done, because we have to go back anyway. But I forgot, yeah, I need limpets to do mining, so oops. Whatever. We'll at least find out if there's something in any of this. Okay, so this is the guy we're heading towards. Get ourselves locked in on that. Try to speed this up just a little bit. I don't want to spend crazy amounts of time trying to make this happen. So the big question is going to be, are there rings here? And actually, I don't think I want to use the Super Cruise Assist because I need to be able to reorient myself to be able to see the ring. So it probably makes more sense to just manually fly over to these so that I can approach them from the flat side, or from the disc side, or whatever you want to call it. And we can actually get our information that we need. So I think that this really dark intersection is the metal-rich part, or whatever it is, or something like that. And then this ring part out here is the icy ring part. All right, so there's some hot spots in here. Let's see if... Oh, yep, there's a tritium hot spot. So, because we found that so quickly, let's go ahead and go back to the carrier, because I was not paying attention and did not grab some limpets. I'm not going to make you watch that process. I will pause the video and then bring you guys back as we're approaching to do our mining. All right, we're loaded up with limpets now. Ideally, in the future, now that we're getting back into actually doing mining on a regular basis again, I will not forget to do that. Limpets are just one of those things that you always forget about when you're not used to it. So, it is what it is. It's fine. Let's get... go ahead and get the Tritium Hotspot Super Cruise Assist activated so we can kind of just speed into the... I think you can speed into the thing for this. I actually don't remember. But I'm pretty sure you can do the little 5-second cheat with the Super Cruise Assist going into a ringed hotspot like this. I don't think you take any damage doing that. Yeah. So, I believe that even this far out in the bubble, even this far away from the bubble, that we still have to worry about... Let me see, let me get my prospector out. I believe we still have to worry about pirates, but I don't remember for sure. So we're just going to give it a second just to see if anything shows up. Go ahead and start... So I'm going to get my cargo scoop out so I don't have to forget that. Because the cargo scoop slows you down, and if you're going faster than like 80 or 90 meters per second, it ends up destroying your prospector limpet, so you got to be careful about that. So we'll start getting these guys out. And then ideally, we'll find ourselves some tritium. Now, off camera... Oh, here we go. Off camera, I will try to make sure that I go and figure out exactly how much tritium we need for this or that, but for today, we're just going to mine as much as we can in the 20-ish minutes that we have left for this, and then we'll head back. Oh, I forgot to... Might help to do that. I don't need systems at all, because I don't have any shields on this ship, so the only thing we need are engines and weapons. And I mean, ideally, I think I can actually do 3 and 3, and it still allows me to... So I can get maximum engine efficiency, maximum weapon efficiency, because these are the pre-engineered long-range, low or high-efficiency, Class 1 mining lasers. So they don't use a lot of power, and I have enough capacitor recharge to keep up with it. So the only other thing we have to worry about is if we come across any surface and subsurface deposits that we can grab. The nice thing about doing the subsurface and surface deposits is that when you do them, you get entire chunks out of doing it, which means you don't have to collect a bunch of fragments and then wait for the refinery to make full units of it. So it's always nice when you're able to do that. Let's see, what's the next closest one? Let's check this guy out. For the most part, for tritium, it seems to be laser mining is more or less what you do. I've done a fair bit of tritium mining in my workup for doing all of this, and I haven't really found much in the way of deposits. You find them occasionally, but let's check this guy out. You find them occasionally, but they're not really that prevalent for tritium. So I don't really hold my breath too much for the subsurface mining part of it. Nah. I'm not going to waste... So here's the thing about mining. The general rule of thumb is that you don't want to waste your time on low percentage asteroids that have what you're looking for, especially tritium. I want to be looking for at least 10%, because it takes the same amount of time to mine an asteroid, whether you're getting, you know, a lot or a little. I think I might actually be... Let me... Can I... Okay, hold on. I'm playing with the pips because the engine setting defines your top speed as well. So it may make sense for me to do all weapons and 2 pips for... Okay, so here we go. This is what we're looking for here. So if I have... Oh, and this has some subsurface deposits too. So we'll deplete the asteroid, then we'll play around with any deposits that, whatever these deposits may be. They may not even be tritium deposits. They might be something else, but I won't know until I check the menu. So we'll get this fully depleted, then we'll check out what these deposits are. If they're tritium deposits, we'll go ahead and grab them. If they're not, we'll move on to something else. Now, unfortunately, these lasers aren't exactly the fastest thing in the world. Obviously, Class 2 lasers would be better. They'd be faster. They'd be a much more efficient use of our time. But at the same time, I do have the cutter available. And it also has several Class 2 lasers on it. And I find that even on the cutter with this large capacity and all that stuff, I'm not able to keep the Class 2 lasers on all the time. It just burns through the energy, even with maxed out pips and everything. So I'm not really sure how much more you get out of that. So it looks like we have a couple of these. Let's get ourselves... We'll switch over to our displacement thing here. That's our... I'm going to try to make sure I don't bump into anything. We do not have shields here. I think that way. Okay, so yeah. So now we're doing some subsurface displacement. Just got to try to maintain my position here while we're drilling down into this. This requires quite a bit of coordination and focus because you have to stay in position to be able to fire off your drill, and you have to time the release of your trigger to coincide with that blue zone there. We got 1 or 2 more. Yeah, see, I screwed that up. We have 1 more chance at this, and then we got to move on to the next one. Okay, so we got that one. Looks like we have another one over here, so we'll grab this guy. It's another tritium. So we're getting whole units. Every time we release the trigger, we're getting at least 1 whole unit of tritium when we do this. So fortunately, it's very difficult to see because there's a lot of ice floating around, but it's fine. We'll get it. As long as we kind of stay on the same side with it. I'm about to say, why am I not getting a... I have to stop talking as I get to the hard part because it's hard to talk and do that at the same time and time everything properly. I do believe it said there was 1 more. Oh yeah, there's more than 1 more. Where's this guy? Okay, so we got to get around to the other side of this asteroid here. How? I missed. Damn it. Alright. So you gotta try to get as many of these as we can. So yeah, it just... Like, I know I try to talk as much as I can so it doesn't get too boring, but when I get to this part, I have to focus on it. That's it for that one. Okay, and then there's 1 more. Try to figure out where that is. It's up here. So we'll get around this side. So I find for myself that the easiest way to do this is to get myself in an orientation that allows me to just move left or right, and then I can kind of stay with it. but I'm having a hard... Sometimes it's a little difficult to figure out exactly which way the thing is rotating in relation to where you are, so... Okay, I want to try to get this small one here. Ah, we got it. Sweet. Okay, hold on. I'm not sure why our cargo bay is full. We've distributed a bunch of... limpets. We should have plenty of space. I mean, I guess because we're getting whole units, and we're getting a bunch of whole units. That's probably what's going on here. So, right. I mean, I'd much rather have cargo hold at maximum capacity issues because we're getting so much stuff than to not be finding what we need. So, it's a good problem to have, I think. Okay, this should be our last one, I think. We got a lot of... I think we got a lot of tritium out of this asteroid. It's always nice when we can find one that has full-on deposits in it. Alright, cool. So let me get over here. We gotta get back to our mining lasers. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I tried to look away from the microphone, but I wasn't paying attention. So yeah, I don't recall exactly where we're coming from. I try not... you generally want to go away from whatever the... You generally want to go away from wherever it is that you came in. So that way you don't accidentally start scanning asteroids that you've already gotten, but sometimes you get disoriented and you lose track of where you're going. So I want to take a second and see exactly... We've already got 30 tritium. So I believe that our current tritium use per jump is somewhere around in like the 80 or 90 range. So, you know, ideally if I could come in 3 times a week and spend, you know, 30, 45 minutes or something like that getting the tritium that we need to make our 3 jumps that we do every week, that would be something that's reasonably sustainable. I just have to actually remember to do it. Because it's gonna suck. It's gonna suck if we get to the end of the week and I forgot. It's gonna suck if we get to the end of the week and I forgot. All right, so I actually want to turn and make sure that the system or the tritium hotspot target is behind me. So I want to make sure we're going away from it. I don't want to accidentally do that. So am I gonna have to like dump some limpets? I might actually have to dump some limpets. I guess from now on I'm gonna have to... I'm just say abandon. I don't want to jettison them because then... oh wait, I wanted to scrap them. I didn't want to... I don't remember how to do that. I guess there's no way to do that. That's fine. So ideally, now we've actually opened up what we need. Refinery. I don't need any of that. I thought I had all of this stuff, like, turned off. Oh, wait. No. Okay. I forgot. We have a bunch of things that we are collecting because we want to make sure we're collecting any, you know, materials like this that don't take up inventory space. So that does fill up the refinery, but that's fine. Okay. Sorry. I'm trying to figure out and pay attention to what I'm doing here. But yeah, mining sessions, at least on my own time. Maybe I'll start doing some random live streams for the mining process, just because, you know, why not? Let's check out this guy here. All right, seems like we've gotten... Why? Oh, I forget. Because you can only have a couple active at a time. So... water. Let me see. So we just gotta try to keep looking for these guys as we go. We'll do a couple more we have time for a couple more asteroids, and then, you know, assuming we can find another one. We definitely want to make sure we're doing at least 10%, though. Yeah, so 8%. We're not gonna waste the time on that.
Asteroid scan complete.
This one's gonna be really hard to do if it ends up having what we need. 3%? No. So, yeah. A couple more of these. I think we might have time for one more. One more. Okay. So the trick when you're running without shields is don't hit asteroids. It's kind of important. I think these smoother ones have a higher chance of having tritium. I think the more rocky, dimply ones... Oh, yeah, look at that. I think the more rocky, more dimply ones have a lower chance of having tritium. I think. It's just based off of my half paying attention experience so far. It seems like these kinds of asteroids that have a smoother surface tend to have more tritium, or tend to have tritium at least a little bit. Those other kinds that are more bumpy and rocky and all that kind of stuff, they don't seem to have, they don't tend to have it as far as I can tell, so yeah. So because this one doesn't have any surface deposits, we'll go try to find one more decent asteroid. Because, you know, the carrier is very hungry for tritium, and we want to make sure we're grabbing as much as we can. So after this, we'll get down, finish this one off, fire off another prospector to another nearby one, and then when our limpets are finished grabbing what they're going to grab, we can move on. I'm just trying to decide which direction I'm going to look when we do this, because I want to try to find things that are close by. All right, that's that. Why I did that one. There's one right next to us right here. That's all right. It takes it'll take even though we have a bunch of limpets out, it still takes a couple of seconds for them all to gather everything up, and then we can move on. So yeah, finish this here. Nope, nothing there. Let's do this one. We'll do these couple right here since they're right next to us. But again, these bumpy ones, I don't know that they're going to have tons of tritium or any tritium in them. Like 5%. We're not really going to waste our time with that. So, I mean, ideally, I'd like to figure out a strategy for visually identifying asteroids that have a high likelihood of having high amounts of tritium in them. I'm sure that. Okay, see, like this one's relatively bumpy. But at the same time, it's got 23%. So there doesn't seem to be a hard and fast rule for finding this stuff. It would be nice if they had some kind of a sensor that allowed you to do that. But again, this game isn't really known for trying to make things easy for you. So it is what it is. So yeah, we'll finish up this last asteroid. We'll head back. We'll deposit what we've mined. We'll see what our balance of tritium is. I think for this first week, I may only have to do this one mining session because we still had a fair amount of tritium left. Not enough. I don't think it was enough for 3 jumps, but this amount that we're doing right now should be enough to put us over the number. And then, you know, if I feel like doing some extra mining throughout the week, then fine. If not, then we'll start doing the required mining next week. Because we still have to do some beluga exploring. If I can get a new graphics card, I'll start doing this in VR. Okay. So let's get the carrier targeted so we can head back there here in a second. So just want to make sure that we don't have any tritium left over. So we'll just watch the fragments disappear. And then once they're gone, we'll boost out of the rocks and head back to the carrier, drop off our stuff, and see where we stand. So one left. Okay. So unfortunately, we ended. I just need to make sure that I don't fill the. I need to make sure. See, the problem is that. Hold on, I got to remember how to retract that stuff. The problem is that if I don't bring as many as I can, I'll end up regretting it because it'll take us longer to find everything because we'll end up finding just fragments and I'll burn through my limpets faster. The only reason we ended up having a full cargo hold this time is because we found an asteroid that had a bunch of deposits, which gave us which filled up our cargo hold a lot faster than you normally would just doing mining lasers and fragments and stuff. So I guess I need to leave myself. All right, so hold on, let me focus here. 70C is what we need to reach to that. I need to give myself a little bit of a cargo space buffer for if that happens again, but I don't want to go too far in the other direction to make it so that you know, we end up running out of limpets before we're ready. So you got to play the game. You got to play the gambling game almost is what it is. But yeah, let's get down to the carrier. We'll get down to the carrier. We'll deposit our stuff. You know, if we're in if we're anywhere near 300 tritium, then we're definitely good. Because I know we're using less than 100 tritium per jump to do what we're doing. But I really wish I had been paying attention the last jump that we did to see how much we actually used, because I don't remember.
We welcome your business as our carrier, Commander. Please enjoy your stay with us.
Why are you... can I please get the... Thank you. I'm not sure why you did that.
Access granted. Please follow standard docking procedure, Commander.
Okay. Almost there. And just do a little bit of a flip here.
Landing gear deployed.
Down we go. All right, cool. So, go ahead and reload everything. Hop into the carrier services. Head over to the tritium depot. We will donate our 51 units. That's a lot of tritium for, you know, what, 15, 20 minutes worth of going. And then, let's see. So our tritium depot has 272. I'm almost positive that that's enough to do 3 jumps. I'm pretty sure. So ideally, that's all we really have to do for our mining this week. I'll do the calculation and get the exact amount that we need. But ideally, we're done. So next, oops. Didn't mean to do that. Oh, I'm glad I did that too, because we need to empty out all of our limpets, because I always forget to buy the limpets, and then I always forget to empty the limpets. So yeah, we'll get our limpets emptied out. We'll get our beluga set for the next episode, which will be tomorrow, both for me and for you. And yeah, we'll get to doing some exploration. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to click the like button to spread the video out to more people. Subscribe to help us reach 10,000 subscribers. Join as a member if you'd like early access to videos, among other perks, depending on the tier that you choose. Or you can just click YouTube's version of a tip with the thanks button. So again, thank you very much for watching this episode of the Deep Space Carrier series here in Elite Dangerous. Be sure to come back for our next episode, and I'll see you then.